What's up, Craig? Welcome to Trust Me, Bro. How you doing tonight?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just got done watching
Nice.
that game tonight, the Ravens and Saints. So it
Yeah?
looks like the Saints are back to being the Aints.
Yeah, no kidding, man. They're
Yeah.
not happening this year, brother.
Nope, not happening. I think they got 3 wins and I think 5 or 6 losses now. So
Yeah.
that's about it for them.
Yep. That whole division, man, it's kind of garbage.
Yeah, it is. I think if they would have won tonight, they would have been tied for first. So who knows? Maybe they'll
Yeah.
squeak
Who's
one out.
who was the Carolina Panthers leading that division? No, they
Could
can't be.
be, yeah, either that or the Bucks. I think Brady won
Yeah, yeah.
last
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
so not exactly the season we all hoped for him.
Nope.
Maybe he should
Not
have
at
just
all,
retired.
man. How'd it go for you in fantasy?
Good man. I got 3 out of 4. So
Really?
the one that I lost was my work league, and I'm actually up in that league. So I guess not that I want to lose any games, but I could afford to lose one in that one. So
Nice.
worked out
Good.
pretty good. I think I needed wins desperately in the other 3 leagues. So how
Yeah.
about you?
Same. 3 or 4.
3 and 4. Okay,
Yep.
that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe Mixon really balled out for me in 2 of my 4 leagues, so he carried me
Yeah,
over the
man.
finish line.
Yeah, I'm sure he won a lot of games for people.
Oh yeah, 5 touchdowns. I think he had like 58 points or something like that. Just unreal.
Yeah,
So
it's ridiculous, man. I kind of had a
yeah,
feeling too, and I played him in a daily lineup. I don't have him in any of my leagues, but played him in a daily lineup, man. I should have played him in all my daily lineups.
yeah, no kidding, man. If only I had that Biff Sports Almanac, I could have gone back and put him into every one of them.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah,
No kidding, but
Him and Justin Fields. I think I had him on my bench in one of my leagues, and I would have. I think he scored like 60 points in that league. So yeah, I would have won had I
oof,
played him
yeah,
instead of Burrow. But hey, what can you do?
yeah. Fields are kind of. I had that one keyed, so I had him going in a couple of my leagues, and pretty much all my dailies.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go too
nice.
heavy on him, just because you never know. But man, in hindsight, if I had that crystal ball, I'd have
Yeah,
put him in every one of them.
yeah, me too, man. Yeah, yeah. Fields and Mixon, that would have been the way to go. And Patriots D, those guys balled out too. I know we don't normally talk about defenses, but those guys have been on a roll lately. I think they carried me in 2 of those victories.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man. There was one of the leagues that I'm trying to get up to first place in.
Yeah,
Um, got me just having Fields and the Patriots D got me that victory.
yeah. I think I got 27 points from them in one league and 33 in a different that scores it a little bit differently than the other one.
Yeah, man, they got
So
me 35 in this league, and
nice.
I had the Chiefs in there because I figured starting against Tennessee and rookie quarterback,
Yeah,
kind of figured that they may ball out a little bit, but kind of last minute switch. Actually, they were on the waiver wire on Friday, I believe, and then
right.
Saturday they came off the waiver wire, and I just claimed them and
Yeah,
35 points from them and almost 50 points from Justin Fields. Man, that was the win.
yeah, that's it. I'm actually going to hang on to the Patriots D, through the bye week. I don't normally do that, but it seems like we've really landed on something. That there's 96% owned, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling with the Patriots D and just stream a different defense and stick them on my bench.
Yeah, yeah, they've been scoring double digits, and I mean, I think you called it too. Starting against a rookie quarterback, man,
Yeah,
that's there's no better defense to get.
yeah, that's right. Bill Belichick loves to abuse rookie quarterbacks, so
Yep,
that seems to be his way to go. So,
yep,
all right. So I got a few waiver wire picks here. It's pretty slim pickings, but you want me to go ahead and
yeah,
start us off?
yeah, yeah, man. Let's get it going.
All right. I'll
What
hit
do we
us
start
with
with? You want to
yeah.
start running back?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll start running backs. Um,
Yeah,
who
I'm
you
kind of
got?
looking at the two I've got down, and to be honest, both of them have bye weeks next week.
Okay,
Same team. Kenyon Drake's been looking solid. I'll kind of just run through both of mine real quick because
sure.
Kenyon Drake's been looking solid. He's 45% owned.
Hmm.
Double digits last. I had the last 3 or 4, but after tonight, I think I had that. I think it is still tonight. So 2 touchdowns though tonight.
Yeah, he looked good, real good.
Yeah, yeah, he's looking good. Then the other one, Gus Edwards, looks like after the bye he's set to come back. So we'll see how
Yeah,
that backfield split is. I think Kenyon Drake's earned some share of the carries there in that backfield, but
yeah.
between one or the other, Kenyon or Gus Edwards has owned about 37% of the
Hmm.
league. So either one is available for you,
Yeah.
and we're probably going to be a close to a 50-50 split is what my guess is.
Yeah, I was a little worried about Justice Hill, and seeing how he was going to have an impact on the game, but nothing. I mean, I think he was out there a few snaps, but nothing notable. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I think those two guys are the backs to own in
Yeah,
the Ravens backfield. So I think those are both good ones. You take your pick. See which
yeah,
one you can get. I would prioritize them. Um, maybe I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
both about the same. So
Yeah, I don't even know how you would call it, but maybe just what's
yeah,
available out there for you.
yeah. What's available? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So I've for my running backs, I've got Chase Edmonds for the Broncos, 48% owned. He's a good pass catcher and may play a lot with when Denver's down. So
yeah,
he's under 50% owned. Might be somebody to pick up. We haven't seen anything out of him yet because the Broncos were on bye this past week. So I guess we'll have to draft him and see how that goes.
yeah. What do you have him as percent owned?
48. Yeah, 48, just under 50.
Okay, okay.
All
I
right.
did a scan for some of those running backs that maybe just be hiding down in the 0
Yeah.
points. Maybe they're on IR, maybe they're just coming back or whatever. But I didn't. I must have missed him,
Hmm.
or maybe he's not available in the leagues I was looking at. But
Yeah.
yeah, there just really wasn't. There's not a whole lot, and some of those that went off, Gainwell, for the
Right.
Eagles had double digits this week. I'm not a buyer.
No, me neither.
Um,
Yeah. Unless
yeah,
unless something happens to their lead running back, I don't know about Gainwell.
yeah, I'm not sure about any Eagles running backs. Honestly, I think the one to get on the Eagles is Hurts. Outside of
Yeah.
that, you know,
Hmm.
maybe some wide receivers, but definitely not running backs.
Right. Yeah. He's their main rushing threat for sure. He always
Yeah,
sneaks in and gets a touchdown and steals it from the running backs. So
yeah,
all right. So I know you've already spit out your two Ravens backfield running backs. So I'll quickly go through the other two I wrote down. Um, Ricard White for the Bucks, only 34% owned. He's a potential league winner if Lenny goes down. So he's somebody to grab and stash, and for the stretch here for the second half of the season, and just a lottery ticket.
yeah,
And next up is Jeff Wilson for the Dolphins. I was actually really encouraged by the usage this past week. I thought, maybe, with him just joining the team within the past, 7 days, that they would, keep him on the sidelines. But he had a ton of playing time, and he had 15 points last weekend, and he plays the Bears next. So that might be a good one to pick up if you're desperate for a running back, Jeff Wilson.
yeah, yeah. I actually did look at him. Um, he's one that I'm just not sure what's going on in that backfield,
Yeah,
and he may be helping kind of settle that down a little bit. But
yeah.
yeah, he's definitely one that is on my radar. Um, he's probably going to be one of those Wednesday morning wake up, see if he's available, you know, give him a shot.
Yeah, let's give our UNT boy a shot. He's actually 52% owned, so a little bit over our threshold,
Yeah,
but hey, uh, it's slim pickings, like we said earlier. So,
yeah, yeah, it really is,
who knows?
especially in the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So hit me with your first wide receiver.
yeah. So this one, I'm actually shocked that he's kind of flown under the radar for weeks now, and
Uh
that's
huh.
McCole Hardman.
Yeah, that was my first too.
Yeah, yeah. I
Nice.
mean, 36% owned, 6 for 79 and a tutty, double digits the last 4 games, 20 plus in the
Hmm.
last 2 games.
Yep.
That's the one that I will be using my waiver wire pick on.
Yeah, I agree. We've all seen Hardman, and he's been a hard man to trust in your lineups.
Yep.
But yeah, totally agree, man. Double digits last 4 games, and the past two over 20.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we're looking for, right?
Yeah,
Especially on the
that's
waiver
it.
wire for somebody
Return
who's
kickoffs. He's
yeah.
got some of those bonus points there, and he
Hmm.
seems to be the one that Mahomes is starting to trust and really key in on.
Yeah.
Juju's here and there, but I think
Hmm.
Hardman's been the one that has been catching some of those balls that's been vacated by Tyreek Hill.
Agreed. Yeah, he seems to be the big play dynamite guy. To get that 50-50 ball down the field. Juju just seems like a possession receiver. Similar to Kelsey. Where he'll be catch it and fall down. You know what I mean? He'll get 10 to 11 targets a game. Hardman probably somewhere between 7 and 10, but when he does catch him, he pays off.
Yeah,
Especially in the red zone. So
yeah,
yeah, that's a great pick.
yep.
Okay,
What you
well
got?
he was my first pick too. So I'm going to go with Odell Beckham Jr. ODB. He's a free agent, only 23% owned. The reason why I'm bringing him up tonight is because there was a report over the weekend that says that he could be cleared by the end of this week for practice. So meaning that he should be over his ACL injury. I've seen rumors that Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys are looking to kick the tires on
Yep.
ODB. So if especially if he's a Cowboy and comes in for the second half of the season, I'd love having ODB on my team and root for him as a Cowboy because that's what we need. We really need a strong wide receiver one, to open up uh, CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so yeah, I could see that being a good fit in Dallas. And if he doesn't end up in Dallas, he could end up with the 49ers. He could end up with the Bills. Who knows? He could end up, back in LA. I don't know.
Yeah.
But wherever he ends up, I think he's going to get some targets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only 23% owned and, just kind of sitting there. So he's kind of somebody to grab and stash and just see where this, see if he signs by the end of the week or next week. Who knows?
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. That's good thinking. That's why we do this show, so we
Yep.
can go find guys like that are sitting out there that could get signed and make a difference, make an impact. I think if he landed in Dallas,
Yeah.
there's a good chance that he's number one in a week or two.
Yeah,
We've,
exactly.
we've talked about it. CD Lamb is not a number one receiver; he's a number two.
Right.
Michael Gallup is a number two or number three.
Yeah.
Um,
3.
so still looking for that number one here ever since Coop left. So that
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be a great fit, and it sounds like he wants to come here too. So, you know,
Yeah.
as
Let's make
long
it
as
happen, Jerry.
Jerry can make that happen, yeah.
If you're watching Jerry Jones, pull the trigger.
I mean, no doubt he is. So,
Yeah.
Jerry,
He watches this
look me in
religiously.
the eye. Do this. Let's make this happen, Jerry. Come on.
Oh, I love it. All right, who else you got on the wide receiver?
Yeah, so I've got one more on here. This is actually one I just threw in a daily lineup and never heard of this dude before this last
Yeah.
weekend. But here he is, Terrence Marshall. He's in my
Yeah,
watch.
yeah. I had
Yeah,
him too. I had him as my 4.
yeah. Okay, cool. 8% owned, 3 for 53, one tutty, double
Yep.
digits last 2 weeks.
Yep.
It seems
Exactly.
like that now that Baker's back, and throwing the rock around. It looks like he's
Hmm.
got some more opportunities there. So he could be somebody that stash and kind of see if he fits in your lineup, bye week fill in,
Yep.
matchup fill in, something like that. So there just really
Hmm.
hasn't been anybody that's kind of grabbed the reins of the Carolina receiving core. So they're still
Right.
looking for that guy.
Yeah, totally agree. He's a good wide. He's a good 2 there.
Yeah,
Behind their number 1 wide receiver. So yeah, he'll get some looks. And so
yeah,
I totally agree. He caught my eye as well.
yeah,
Only 8% owned. 12 and 14 points the past 2 weeks, and he had 15 targets over the past 2 weeks. So he's
yeah,
getting the looks.
yeah. And that's what we look
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
Oh,
All right. And so he was my number 4. So my number 3, I'm recycling another name. Just give him another plug. His name is Jamison Williams. Plays for the Lions. 22% owned. Expected to play by week 12. And so we've been through what, week 9? We have week 10 coming up.
yeah,
So just have to wait another 2 weeks. And then you can hopefully plug him in your lineup. He was a really good wide receiver for Alabama, a star in the college world, and we've seen Alabama receivers be real successful in the NFL, and that's the reason
yeah,
why I keep talking about him. So,
yeah,
somebody to pick up and stash, and if you got some room at the end of your bench, if you want to knock some people off, I've actually got some players to drop that I can talk about. After we wrap up our waiver wire picks, but. If somebody's not performing on your team, and you feel like you'd rather stash a wide receiver for the playoff, for your playoffs, yeah, somebody to look at.
yeah. All
All
right,
right.
I'll take it.
Good deal. All right. So we covered wide receivers and running backs. You got any tight ends? I got one tight end and one quarterback.
I've got one tight end and one quarterback too. Let's see if they're the same.
It could be. We're matching up on 2 so far today.
Yeah. So, and this was kind of a flyer. He balled out this week. At least had a few good catch and runs. That's Noah Fant, 32%
Noah Fant.
owned. Um,
Okay.
5 for 96. Just kind of on my watch list. I wouldn't use a waiver wire pick on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But he's
Right.
somebody if you're hurting for a tight end, and he might be worth plugging in. Him and Disley have the exact same amount of targets this week, but Noah Fant did a heck of a lot more with them. So, he's somebody that kind of owes the Seahawks a little bit of production, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he came over in the Russell Wilson trade, and I was actually kind of hoping that he would have stuck around in Denver because I thought Russell could have used him. He
Yeah,
was somebody who was coming on,
yeah,
and was a bright star for the Broncos. But hey,
yeah. Tyler wants to say hi.
hey Tyler, what's up?
So,
All right, so
who
the
you
only
got?
tight end I've got on the bench, or I've got on the list tonight, is somebody you drafted, I believe. His name is Cole Kmet. Plays for the Bears.
Yeah,
Only 23% owned. Um, he caught 5 of 6 targets for 2 tutties on Sunday. And so, normally I'd kind of look at that as a blip on the radar, just somebody who's going to get you, 3 for 30, the next week. But Justin Fields is coming on,
yeah.
and he's got to have somebody to throw to. And so he's been hitting up Mooney a lot lately. We'll see how things go with their new signing, the guy from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't remember his name right
Claypool.
now, but
Yeah,
yeah, Claypool. Yeah, so but Cole Kmet, who knows? He might slot in there for 6 for 60 and maybe a tutty. Who knows? From on a regular basis. Who knows?
yeah,
So he might
yeah.
he
I
might be a
mean,
good one.
I'll wave the caution flag.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely didn't start off hot.
yeah, drafted this guy, and he was, um, you know, a huge disappointment.
Yeah,
Um,
almost as much as Pitts, right?
Pitts is coming on. Pitts has actually done.
Yeah,
This last game was a little crappy, but
yeah.
he's strung a few good games together. But definitely not what I thought I was drafting when I was hoping I was drafting
Hmm.
there. But I mean, I was
Yeah,
thinking back a little bit. We After week one, we were you know promoting OJ Howard, and I think at this point somebody
right.
needs to check his pulse, make sure the dude's still breathing. Um,
Right. I know.
like there's some of these tight ends that just kind of come and go.
Yeah.
I think Komet that you mentioned has just as good a shot of producing for the rest of the year as Noah Fant or whatever. But it's
Yeah.
such a
Or
hit or miss at
Tunyon,
the
you
tight
know
end
what I
spot.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Same
you
thing,
know,
right? I don't know.
Conklin was solid for a little bit, and
Hmm.
he's kind of died off, and
Big time.
it's such it's such a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Just put him on the ride, right? It's another roller coaster, lottery ticket dart throw.
yeah, exactly. Buckle them in. Let's see how the hell this thing goes.
Yep.
But
Exactly.
there's only a handful of tight ends that produce week in and week out.
Yeah. Exactly.
You kind
Yeah.
of got to
It's,
look at your matchup. You know, what teams are good against tight ends and not, and take it
hmm
from there.
right.
Teams that blitz a lot. That tight end's a nice little safety. safety net for the blitz. So
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good angle. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I need to look at that.
yeah.
All right. So what QB you got?
Man, I mean, this is the dude. This is the
Huh?
dude that won 2 leagues for me this week,
Oh,
and it's Justin Fields. 40,
Justin Fields.
yeah, 47% owned still. Not going to be the case
Nice.
after this week. So,
Yeah, for sure.
I mentioned McCole Hardman being one I would use a waiver wire pick on. I would absolutely use a waiver wire pick on Justin Fields if you need a
Oh yeah,
quarterback. If you got a quarterback that's been middle of the road, not producing so much, I mean, this is your guy. You know,
for sure.
he's. Let me ask you this: if you had a running back that ran for 178 yards and a touchdown, would you be happy?
Oh yeah, I think he just passed Michael Vick as the most yards in a game for a running back of all time.
Yeah,
So there's that.
yeah. There's that.
Outstanding.
If
Yeah.
that running back also threw for 3 touchdowns,
Right. Yeah.
be
60
happy there
points
too.
we just talked about earlier. Yeah, the guy's balling. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I had him sitting on my bench. I already got out in front of that. I picked him up in the league. I got Burrow. I had Kirk Cousins, and I decided, you know what? Forget Cousins. I'm going with Fields. I already got out in front of that and picked him up last week.
yeah,
So he's already in my lineup. He's already plugged in to play Detroit this coming
yep,
weekend. So
yep,
hopefully he balls out just like he did Miami.
yeah.
I love it.
I think that's a
Yeah.
great setup for him. Detroit coming up, Atlanta. The
Hmm.
Jets might be a little bit tougher, but I don't know how much the Jets. Well, I guess they defend Josh Allen quite a bit, so and they just beat
They
Josh
did.
Allen.
Yeah, they
So we'll
did.
see. But at least the
Right.
next two, are pretty decent
Yeah.
matchups.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I didn't even think about that. Would I play him over Burrow against Atlanta? I don't know. Maybe. I don't. We'll see how he does this coming week. If he can string
Yeah,
together two fantastic games, I mean, that may be my starter. I may have Burrow as my backup.
yeah,
I don't know. Stranger things have happened, right?
yep, exactly. I mean, better quarterback? No. Better fantasy
No,
player? Yes, 100%.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Yeah, until Chase gets back, that might be my play.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. All right. Well, I'm going with a steady Eddie for my quarterback. Jimmy G, 49ers, 39% owned, 20 points or more in the last 5 games in a row. So, hey, I mean, he doesn't
Okay.
get you much beyond 20,
Yeah.
but pretty much he's averaged exactly 20, which is what we're looking for, right? We're looking for a quarterback who
Yeah.
can get you at least 20. And that's what he does. I think his floor and ceiling is exactly 20 right there every week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he doesn't get you much more beyond that, but hey, I mean, this is a waiver wire pick.
Yeah,
So, hey,
man.
only 39% owned. If you're looking for somebody to get you through a bye week, yeah, here you go. It's your guy.
Yeah. Outperforming Aaron Rodgers, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good deal. So that's
Good.
all we got for the waiver wire picks. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit, Craig, tonight about some players to drop.
Okay.
So I've got CEH, plays for the Chiefs,
Yeah.
94% owned. He's definitely heavily owned, man. Almost
Yeah.
100% owned, 94%. He's gotten people single digits in the last 4 games. I'm not a CEH owner. I didn't draft him.
No.
I definitely wouldn't have drafted him. Why would I? But yeah, if I was a CH owner, yeah, he'd be seeing the street. I'd
Yeah.
drop him. Yeah, he's garbage. Um, like I said, single digits the last 4 games. His snap share is really decreasing. So yeah, he's definitely not in their plans for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. He's absolutely one I would drop. He's not a wait and see. Let's see if this dude comes back. He's
Yeah,
done.
dead weight.
They're trying everything they can to get him out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Just wasting no roster space.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Darren Waller, Raiders, 91% owned. He's had 2 double-digit games, then 2 with 5 points, and then 4 missed weeks. So yeah, the guy just can't see the field. I mean, 91% owned. I mean, he should be like 19% owned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I
he,
mean, I saw that the Packers were trying to trade for him, and I
yeah,
guess I guess Las Vegas didn't want that rubber chicken that they were trying to trade for him. So
right,
you know,
right, exactly. A bag of balls.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd take anything for him. A couple of cheerleaders. I don't know.
yeah, whatever they were offering up, man. I guess it wasn't a whole lot, but
Yeah,
yeah, man, he's just been
yeah,
non-existent. It's such a that's such a disappointment because he's like one of
He's
those
got
guys
all the
that
talent.
has that
Yeah.
talent. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it a lot,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
it's a shame because you feel like that guy could be 20 points every game too.
Yeah, exactly. And and that's what I've drafted the past 2 seasons, and I haven't seen those 20 points a game the
Yeah,
past 2 seasons. I've given them ample opportunity. So it's
yep,
time to go. Yep.
yep. He gone.
Yep. All right. Next up, AJ Dillon for the Packers. And let me caveat this one. If if Jones is hurt and not playing, you absolutely need to keep AJ Dillon. However, he's done 7 straight single digit games.
Yeah,
He's just not quite, the running back people drafted. He was
no.
pretty good last year. He was turning it on. But
Hmm.
this year, like I said, 7 straight single digit games. I mean, what do you need that for? You going to play him? I'm not.
No, no, like that. That's what you sign up for if you play him.
Yeah,
6 points.
exactly. So yeah,
You
if
need
yeah,
6 points.
exactly. If you want 6 points, he's your man.
Yeah,
But
if
I
you're
don't want
crunching the
that.
numbers, doing the math on what everybody's going to score for the week, and you're like, man, I'm 6 points short. He's your guy.
He's your guy, right? Yeah.
But
Somehow he's 89% owned. So yeah, 89% of people still have him sitting on their roster. So,
yeah,
but yeah, like I said, if Aaron Jones is banged up, which he did appear a little gimpy this past game. If he isn't playing, then yeah, you're gonna want to keep AJ Dillon. So you're definitely gonna have to keep a watch on the news this week.
yeah,
But yeah, if Aaron Jones is back and as usual, then go ahead and dump AJ Dillon, clear up
yeah.
that roster
Looks like
space.
Aaron Jones is clear. Looks like it was a mild ankle
Hmm.
sprain. So
Saw that. Yeah, it looks
yeah,
like he's okay.
tape it up.
Yep.
He'll be fine. Drop
Yep.
AJ Dillon. Go find
Yeah.
somebody else.
Exactly. Go find someone else.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers. We're sticking with the Packers. 87% owned. 8 games under 20. I know you mentioned him earlier, and
yeah.
only 1 game at 21 points. So the rest of them have been under 20, and that's not what we need from a quarterback.
No, no. I mean, you can go pick up Taylor Heineke. You can go pick up,
Yeah.
you know,
Fields, like we talked about earlier.
yeah, Fields for
Yep.
sure. But
Hmm.
you could pick up any dude to get you
Yeah.
15 points.
Right. Yeah. Even Daniel Jones some weeks.
Yeah, Daniel Jones.
You know. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just I don't know. He doesn't have it. Doesn't have it this year. Maybe it's not the weapons. Combination of the weapons and bad attitude. I don't know. But
Yeah.
either
It's
way,
just not happening. Yeah.
yeah,
It's time to pull the plug. We're beyond the halfway point, so we're looking at the home stretch. The stretch run to make the playoffs, and so
yeah,
he's not gonna help you make the playoffs.
yeah. Exactly. That's absolutely it. Look, right now at this point in the season, if you want to make the playoffs, get rid of him.
Yep, get rid of
If you don't want to make the
him.
playoffs,
Exactly.
keep rolling with him.
Yep.
Stick with your boy Aaron Rodgers if you're a Packers
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
And come week
Yeah.
14, watch your buddies and see how they do in the playoffs.
Exactly. And I actually have Aaron Rodgers on one of my squads in the Wolfpack. So yeah, he's gone. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't care who I have to draft or who I have to pick
yeah.
up on Wednesday morning, but it won't be. I will not be rolling Aaron Rodgers out for the
No,
next week. I will
he's
not.
done, man.
He's
He's
gone.
done.
He's gone. All right. Next up, this is a surprising name. His name's Kareem Hunt. Plays for the Browns. 86% owned. 5 single-digit games. And then plus he had an 11, a 14, and a 23. The 23 was in week 1. Here
Wow.
we are halfway through the season. So he's Kareem Hunt. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to keep him on your roster and just hope Chubb goes down? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean,
Five single digit
that's about
games,
all you
Craig.
need for him. I mean, he's a good fill-in if Chubb goes down, but
Yeah,
I
and
feel
that's
like
a big if.
a couple of those weeks they were just trying to hold out and see if they could trade him,
Right.
pick up some other pieces for their team. But at this point now, it's either start producing or
Yeah. So you think maybe they kept him in bubble wrap for the
yeah,
past 2 or 3 weeks, just thinking, all right, we don't want to get him hurt. We're going to try to trade him. Nobody bought.
yeah,
They made phone calls. No one answered the phone.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right,
definitely so. So we'll see. I mean, now they may just
yeah,
run them like they're, you know, like a
Yeah,
stolen
till the
bike.
wheels fall off, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they might just ride that dude like a stolen bike, you know?
yeah. No, that's a good perspective. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, maybe hang on to it for another week or two and see if that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, yeah. That's a different element I haven't thought of.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Tyler Higgleby, Rams, 86% owned. I actually own him in one of my leagues in 10 yards. Last three games, 1.7, 3.5, and a donut. He was seeing tons of targets to start the season,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's got to go, man. I'm flushing the toilet. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm gone with Higgleby.
I got some like broader advice to all of our
Mm-hmm.
listeners. Cooper Cup, keep him.
Yep.
Everybody else in the Rams, get rid of them.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's it. He's
If you
their whole
see
offense.
LAR next to their name, they're gone.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Unless
it.
it's Cooper
Yeah,
Cup.
yep. And that kind of brings me to another guy. Well, I'll get to him in a minute, but he's on the Rams too. Another guy I'm going to talk about. How about wide receiver Deontay Johnson, Steelers? He's a household name, 85% owned. Only one double-digit game in the past 5 games, and that was a double-digit at 11 points.
Yeah.
11 points. Deontay Johnson. What are you going to do with that?
I
You can
mean,
get somebody better on the waiver wire.
yeah. I would like to see one highlight reel we've ever seen him on this
Yeah,
year. You
right.
know,
Nothing.
he's just still middle of the pack. I mean, you
Yeah,
do better just streaming some dude.
right.
You
Some
know,
dude. Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Somebody like
Like Palmer
like
this week.
Terrence Marshall, right?
Terrence
Terrence Marshall.
Martin.
He's getting double digits the past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, yeah. Josh Palmer. How is McCole Hardman 36%
Hmm.
owned?
Yeah, but
And
Deontay Johnson is 85% on,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
that's a problem.
exactly. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing is people cling to these names. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like it's like a name brand, right? People are just they're enticed by this name brand because he's had really good years the past 2 or 3 years. Yes,
yeah,
but yeah, but without Big Ben, it's just not happening. It's time
yeah,
to cut bait. Time to cut
yeah.
bait.
I mean, when you're a wide receiver, there's only one place that ball comes from.
Yeah,
You know?
that's it. Coming from the quarterback. Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you don't have a quarterback,
yeah,
yeah, good luck, man. It's just like Sam Ellinger over there in the Colts. Pittman's. What are
yeah,
you gonna do, right?
yeah. He sat on my bench this
You
week
know.
and got with 5 points. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
something you got to look at too.
Yep. All right. Next up, Dawson Knox plays for the Bills. 78% owned. Only one double-digit game all season.
I'm surprised by
Every
that.
single game he's been in, single digits. The one double-digit game he did get was 12.7 points. So yeah, he got you a
And I'm
12
pretty
pointer.
sure that was like last
So
second touchdown catch to win the game.
right. Yeah, exactly. So Dawson
Without that,
Knox, garbage.
yeah,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, there's too many mouths to feed in the Bills, and they're not looking at Dawson Knox. They're not. It ain't gonna happen, guys. Forget it.
yeah,
Forget it. You gotta
yeah.
flush
Now
the
they bring in
toilet.
Hines.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's gonna eat up all three of Dawson Knox's catches every game.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I see bagels in store for the Dawson Knox owners. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
forget it. It
But
ain't happening.
if you're playing me next week, get Dawson Knox, put him in, and he's gonna do awesome.
Right. Love it. All right, next up, Damian Harris, Patriots, 72% owned. This again, another name. People, he's had good years the past 2 or 3 years. He
Yeah,
balled out in the fantasy playoffs last season, 72% owned. It's just not happening this year. Um, you know, out of 2 of the last 4 games, he's let's see, 2 games with 2 points, one with 7. You know what I mean? He's garbage.
yeah.
2 games with 2 points. I mean, how do you play a guy like that out of the past 4 games? And he had one with 7. No, I'm sorry. He had a 1 and a 7. I'm sorry. He had a 1 point game, two
Hmm.
2 point games, and a 7 point game. Those are the past 4 performances from Damian Harris.
Okay, so unless your name is Stevenson,
Hmm.
You're wearing a Patriots jersey.
Yeah,
You should be on the waiver wire.
exactly. This guy belongs on the waiver. 72% of the people in the Yahoo fantasy leagues have dead weight on their bench. It's the Ramadan Ding Dong show in in New England,
Yeah,
and they got a bye coming up. So now is the perfect time to dump that guy.
yeah.
Get rid of Damian Harris and pick up somebody else.
Okay, I'll take it back. Nick Folk,
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
bad kicker to have in your roster.
Not a bad kicker. No, no. I'm not going to hold him through the bye week, but I liked him.
No,
He really came through for me
come
this
back and
past
get him
week.
if he's still there. Patriots
Yeah.
defense,
Hmm.
Stevenson. Other than that, save yourself some time. Save yourself some
Yeah.
donuts. You
Hmm.
know, you don't want those. You don't want any Patriots on your roster.
Nope. That's it. You're right, man. You pretty much nailed it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all they got. I think they have one wide receiver who shows up every now and then, but
What's
I
his
don't know. I
name?
haven't seen much of him. I can't even remember.
Yeah, Myers. His name's Myers.
Myers, there you go. Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers. Yeah, that guy. He's all right. He'll be your wide receiver 3,
Yeah.
some weeks. I don't know.
I mean, absolute pinch time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next up, running back, Eno Benjamin, Cardinals, 69% owned. I know you're an Eno Benjamin owner, Craig.
Yep.
Connor's back, and Eno has 6 single-digit games this season. 6 of them,
Yep.
single digits. So if you're looking for single digits, he's your guy. But with Connor back, I think it's time to go ahead and throw him back in the pool of the waiver wire.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think the hope train has come to a stop.
Yep.
He just hasn't produced. He had one game for 23 points. Other than that, he's just not been there. So yeah, I
Nope.
think it's about time to throw him back in the scrap pile. I agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. Back in the dumpster you go.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Drake London, wide receiver, Falcons, 68% owned. 6 single-digit games straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a promising rookie. He was really highly valued, coming into the season. He had 2 really bang-up games to start the season. But yeah, the Falcons, they just don't throw the ball. I mean, they run the ball. So this guy, he's just a decoy out there blocking, I guess. He's a
Yeah.
good blocker.
Yeah. I mean, I caught some of that game in the red zone, and I mean, I saw
Hmm.
one ball go over his head. I saw one ball bounce in front of him.
Yeah.
He's out there.
Yeah, he's on the
But
field,
when you got a
but he's
quarterback that
not
really
producing
just can't
fantasy
hit you,
points.
yeah,
Nope. Exactly.
doesn't do you any good in fantasy.
Yeah, Mariota, that guy should not be an NFL starting quarterback. I mean,
Yeah,
and that's your quarterback. So, hey,
yeah, which
time.
is why Kyle Pitts is having a crappy year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah,
just go get Matt Ryan back. Like he's just on the bench,
right. True.
and
Yeah, they should do him a favor and cut him, and then let him go back to his old team. To
yeah,
finish out the last season of his career, because this is it.
yep,
Yep.
yeah,
Let him retire there. In the city that he was, played his whole career in.
yep. I agree.
All right, so only got 2 more left. Next up is Allen Robinson of the Rams. I know we alluded to this earlier. Another Ram that you can't trust. 67% owned, 5 single-digit games, and 3 below 20. So he's never produced a game above 20 points. And I watched this guy, and he fails the eye test. We talk about guys passing the eye test. This guy fails the eye test. I know that Stafford looks for him a lot in the end zone, but they're always like really awkward throws. So they like go over his head, or he tries to jump up and catch. He cannot catch a pass in the red zone to save his life.
Yeah,
He's garbage.
yeah.
He was good for the Jags a few years ago. He failed miserably in Chicago, and he's failing miserably in LA. So time to cut bait on Allen Robinson. 67% of the people in the Yahoo leagues need to dump him.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't know where his permanent residence is, but they probably could use a realtor there. Maybe a loan officer. Be a good spot for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe football is just not for him anymore. I don't know.
It's not for him. Nope. Yeah, try another sport, man. Yeah.
Pickleball's
it's not happening.
Up. Yeah, like a lot of people playing
pickleball.
Might be good at that. I don't know, but I agree with you, man. He's not showing up, and at some point, it's you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know he's got a bad quarterback, but hey, Cup does all right.
Yeah,
You
I
know, hey.
mean, blame it on Justin Fields last year, but
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you can blame it on Matt Stafford this year.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. All right. Last up, Robert Woods, Titans. 53% of him. So he's just barely above the threshold of even being a waiver wire pick. It's not like, there's a ton of people that own this guy. 6 single-digit games, 2 below 20. Very very similar to Allen Robinson. But he's got 6, so it's even worse. And then instead of 3 below 20, he's got 2 below 20. So yeah, Robert Woods. I mean, I watched the game last night with the Titans, and they just don't throw the ball. They run the ball, all the time.
yeah,
It's just not a passing team. It's pretty much the opposite game script for the Chiefs. They don't run the ball; they throw the ball.
yeah,
I think it was pretty much the absolute. It was a really weird, yin and yang. The absolute opposite, style of offensive football. But yeah, they don't throw the ball. So
yeah,
Robert Woods, yeah, no reason to have him on your roster. Dump him if you got him.
yeah. I agree with that. I mean, I I don't know if I've heard his name all year.
Yeah, I actually had him on one of my squads. I think I dropped him after like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, it just wasn't working out.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's definitely not in any of my squads. But for the 53% of the people that do own him, yeah, it's time to cut bait.
yeah. It's a little interesting segment that you got there, brother. I mean, yeah, Eno's done. I'm
Yeah,
trying to just
he's
kind of
cooked.
scroll through some of my teams here and just see who's ready to be dropped. And usually, I do drop the people that um, aren't producing. So, I mean, I think that's kind of a good lesson for our viewers. Is just don't fall in love with anybody.
Nope.
You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. It's just like a stock. Yeah, don't fall in love with a stock.
yeah,
You buy a stock and it triples, sell it. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Yeah, you're here to
sell it.
make money, right?
Yep,
You know.
yeah. Or
Yep.
you'll end up looking at a dog,
Yeah. Exactly.
wishing you would have cut bait a long time ago.
Hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah, I because we always talk about all season long, who to draft or who to pick up on the waiver wire, and we also got to talk about who to get rid of,
yeah,
because you're wasting valuable roster space, whether that's on your bench or your starting lineup. But if these guys aren't producing, we're going to give some names to cut bait.
yeah. I like that idea of a quick segment on Friday too. Just doing
Yeah.
based on developments through the week.
Yes.
Here's what I'm looking at. Because
Hmm.
that's where I dropped Justin Fields in a couple of my lineups. Grabbed the Patriots defense.
Yep.
There's some crafty
Palmer.
moves I think you can make through the week
Yeah.
that can help you win a matchup.
Agreed. Yeah, because like we had Deion Jackson a few weeks ago. When we got the news for JT being out, that news usually drops on a Friday.
Yep.
They try to do a head fake. I mean, not just the Colts, but all teams do that. They try to do a head fake all week long. They go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're gonna play, prepare for him, blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, yeah, okay, no, he's not playing.
Right.
So yeah, you get that kind of news all the time, especially with running backs. And we also had Palmer, because we knew, Allen wasn't going to play, Keenan
Yeah.
Allen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we should do a quick segment on Friday afternoon, right as we're both wrapping up our work day.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and throw a quick segment on, especially if we have some breaking news. Just because that's when the final ins and outs are processed, or announced. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So yep. So
Cool.
yeah, so stay tuned for some Friday breaking news. Trust me, bro. Quick episodes. So
Yep.
all right, well that's about all we got for
Cool.
tonight. Anything else, Craig?
That's all I got, brother.
All right.
Let's go. Let's
Well,
go win some leagues this week, man.
yes,
Get
sir.
down
Yeah,
to it.
it's getting to that point. Like it feels like playoffs to me because I started taking fantasy football really, really, really seriously when it comes to playoff time,
Yep.
and it's kind of feeling that way. I'm kind of getting that vibe. I've been looking at my lineup a lot more than I normally
Hmm.
do, and it's crunch time, right? So
Yeah.
if we're gonna make these playoffs, now's the time to get serious, and now's the time to start making the right decisions. So
Yeah. I
that's how
mean,
we're
really,
feeling.
at this point, as long as you got 2, 3, 4 wins, you've got a
Yep.
shot.
Right.
You
Yeah. In some
know,
of these leagues. Yeah.
all you got to
Right.
do is limp into the playoffs, man, and get hot.
Hmm.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's been a topsy turvy season for sure. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you can string together, the next let's just say 5 wins or even 4 wins, from here on out, you might make the playoffs in a lot of these leagues. So never give up.
Yeah, never give up,
So,
man. It's all for the
yep,
trophy and for the money.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
We'll have a good night, and
You
we'll
too.
talk again hopefully this Friday. And especially if we have some breaking news, we'll get back together in a few more days here, in about 4 days. Otherwise, we'll be watching the game Thursday night and all next weekend.
All right.
All right, Craig.
All
Have a
right.
good
We'll
night,
see you
brother.
soon, brother. Good luck on that
Peace.
waiver wire.
You know it.
All right.